Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, we're going to get the 80mm Dassault Rafale from FMS up and have a little bit of fun with her. Oh, if I can get my fat butt up off the ground.
Motor is on.
Now, I bypassed the board and only used the board for the landing gear and the gear doors. So that way I've got full span ailerons. KM model afterburner in there, and I got the RC Geek performance nozzles installed. Let me get over here behind Camera Precious. My wonderful Camera Precious is filming today. My other films so far today, my son Gabriel's been filming. That's the version 4 KM model afterburner there right now. Timer set for 4 minutes. Flying in my high rates. Right, left, left. All right. Here we go. Okay, Lemon RX Gen 2.
The gear is up.
Receiver in there. Take it up. Flip it. Got an HRB 5000. Started to oscillate a little bit, so I turned my gains down. Got a beautiful sound to it. All right, got a little bit. This 5000 is fairly heavy, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get into a high alpha. I don't know. A little bit of one. Let it punch out.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Take it up. Out of the power. Gliding by. Back into the power. Try to avoid that sun, sorry. Slowing it down a little bit. There's a high alpha there. A little bit of one. All right.
Time remaining 2 minutes. Gear is down.
There's our 2-minute warning. I can see my gear coming down. Well, that sun is horrible.
Braking. Cruise mode.
Definitely got to be careful how you land because that gear is very narrow and she sits very high. So if you try turning too soon, you're going to tip a wing. And I will tell you right now from experience, those missiles on the side will catch that. However, they're fairly fragile and they'll break pretty easy. Ask me how I know. All right, let's take off one more time and landing. All right, we're not even going to bring the gear. Well, we might. Do one passing. All right, here we go. Still got 1 minute and 15, so. Man, I bounced
The gear is up.
and lost some momentum, but luckily I had enough before I hit that grass. All right. I'm gonna bring the gear down now. Gear coming down. Beautiful flying plane.
Seconds. Braking. Cruise mode. 20 seconds.
All right. Whoa. Man, there's something right there in that runway. It's already claimed one of my planes today.
Braking. Cruise mode.
All right, I want to do something real quick.
Timer expired.
Practicing my backing up skills.
Braking. Cruise mode.
Okay, I'm just messing around now.
Prop is secured.
All right.
Safe to approach.
With all that playing around there, I went 15 seconds over of total timer. Not necessarily flight time, but total time. All right. We're going to just go over the rates right here. Check the battery real quick. Batteries is warm, but it's a hot day today. 15%, so 4 minutes is fine. Just don't be hot dogging around the runway there like I was doing. It would have been more like 20% if I hadn't been doing that, which is anything under 15% or over is a perfect storage rate for your battery. Let me show you real quick. CG on this jet is 110 to 130 from the leading edge route, which is actually right up here. Not there, it's actually up here. I'm lying, sorry, it is from here. My bad, I'm sorry. It's from the leading edge route where the wing touches here, 110 to 130 back. I like checking CG where the gear is down because that's where you're going to land and that's what's most important. What I'm looking for is it to be level to tail heavy. I'm right in the middle. Actually, a little on the nose heavy side is one of the reasons why I couldn't get the high alpha. So I need to go with a 4,000 to get that high alpha and cut the timer down by 30 seconds. Where I have my electronics in here, I'd really need to get that battery further back to do high alpha a little bit easier. But okay, but to show you where I have the battery, that's where I've got the 5,000 halfway on this strap at the very end of this strap. There's my 7-channel going this way, Lemon RX. What else can I tell you? Oh, sorry. Let's go over the rates of the plane. Don't have flaps, so you don't have to worry about that. So obviously no mix involved with that. The rates that I just flew in were my high rates. And aileron are 80% with 30% expo. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo with the canards are tied with the elevator. And rudder is 100% with 50% expo, which helps with the steering. Alrighty, the gear do take a good 7 or 8 seconds to go up and down, so be aware of that when you're coming in for your approach. Because it takes that much time, if you're going to land in this direction, from this way, when I'm out here and you're going to make that leg, I'd start putting my gear down over here, and that way by the time you get all the way down and land, they're down. Otherwise, do a gear pass to make sure they're down because it don't look pretty when she lands on her belly. Ask me how I know. All right, like I said, folks, everything I teach you or tell you is because I've done it. Learn from my screw-ups. That'll save your dollars, your hard-earned dollars. All right, well, there you go, folks. That's the FMS Rafale 80mm. Great flying plane. looking good plane. I highly recommend bypassing the board, only using the board for your gear and your door sequencers. Keep your elevators, because it has like a crow that you're only supposed to use when you hit the ground and land, but it's got thrust reverse. You don't need it. Use the whole, otherwise it's just a little too anemic. Your ailerons are too anemic. I like full span. It just works out so much better. All right, folks, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, God is good, and that's the FMS Rafale. We'll see you later.